Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, hump day. Every Wednesday, moving forward. Wednesday night is our night. I'm your host, Joey Lightning, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Hydro. He's throwing his hands up in the air.
Oh, too sweet.
My Ravens didn't get the job done.
And they even gave the 49ers the game plan and everything, and they failed.
And then the NFL gets what they want. They get what they want.
They get what they want.
They get the script. Just like the WWE, they got the script. And then they just went ahead and just read the lines before the game and said, okay, we gotta drive down to the 5-yard line and then give them the ball back. And then the final play of the game, they missed. The refs conveniently missed. We're not going to go into that right now, but yeah. And we also have the Big C.
Big C.
What's going on?
Not much.
Not much. You slept through the script bowl. I call it the script bowl. It's not the Super Bowl. It's a script bowl. It's all scripted.
Yeah, I know. Shoot. Disappointing.
Oh my God! What a couple of days, man. I mean, the Lightning, get it done last night against one of the top teams in first place. They got it done last night. So, we got to give them kudos, man. They hung in there and, they got some good vibes with, our big boy back in Tanner Janot, which is great. The league just fears Tanner Janot. He's like the champion boxer. Okay. He's a fighter. He's a champion boxer for us. And we got him back now. So our guys got to look out, though, because, that hit on Tanner was deliberate to hurt him, and it put him out for a while. And that's what I don't like. I mean, these refs are so blind and deaf. You're going to be a ref. You're blind. You're deaf. You're going to be a ref.
It's like that one ref on the what you posted, what Jody posted. I think Jody posted it, and then you shared it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. And the best part about last night is it spoiled the rat. The rat had his little, 1000th game, and we spoiled that party for him. Do we feel bad that we spoiled the rat? No.
Hell no.
We don't feel bad for a rat. So here we are. We're going against the first place team, and we came out in the first period. Eric Cernak, who came back in the lineup as well, a very good defenseman. We got him back. He gets hurt a lot, and I always worry about him taking those hits and all those dirty shots that the league puts on him. Well, he came in and got his first goal of the season. At 3:21 last night, assisted by Hagel and Sorelli. We're up 1-0. In the second period, Nikita Kucherov at 1:06 got his 34th of the year on the power play, unassisted. It's 2-0 Lightning. 2:04, they came back and made it 2-1. And then at 16:23, they came back and they tied the game at 2-2. And that was pretty much it until the shootout. And we got it done. And that's the bottom line. They had the first shot. They missed. Victor Hedman then had his wrist shot saved by Olmark. And we got an interesting story to tell you about Olmark, too. He's the top goalie in the league, and he got the NHL cracked down on him last night because he attacked Izemont with the stick. I mean, you can't do that. You can't take your goalie stick and try and hit him in the head. What the hell? I mean, they took action. The NHL did take action. And I'm happy they did. Because I'm saying to myself, how do you miss a goaltender with the size of that stick hitting our guy in the head? It was clear. It was blatant. I mean, so anyway, Victor Hedman missed the wrist shot. Charlie Coyle missed the wrist shot, saved by Andrei Vasilevsky, who was he wasn't going to get beaten last night. He wasn't going to get beaten last night. I mean, he was just beyond good. Vasi's Vasi. He's the best goalie in the league, undisputed. But, I mean, the saves that he did last night, stopping Boston, like I said, is a great team, and they're number one in the league. And, wow, Vasi, man, just Vasi being Vasi. He's getting hot at the right time. You're starting to come down. You're not going to have that many games left. It's time for Vasi to step it up, and boy, did he step it up last night. Unbelievable. Okay, so after Charlie Coyle missed the wrist shot on Andrei Vasilevsky, Braden Point, good old Braden Point, number 21, Braden Point with the goal on the wrist shot, and it got by their goaltender, and Pastrnak had the last shot, and Andrei Vasilevsky denied him, just like he denied most of the Boston players last night. I mean, that's how good Andrei Vasilevsky was. I mean, Vasi being Vasi, the best goaltender in the league, without a doubt. There you go.
That's a good saying, Vasi being Vasi.
Yeah. It's just like, it don't matter who the team is. If Andrei Vasilevsky comes out like that last night, there ain't no team that's beating him. They got no chance, because that's how good he was last night. He was the best goaltender in the league, and that is because, quite frankly, he is, and it's undisputed. So everybody else can tell you that their goaltender is fantastic and everything like that. I don't want to hear it. Shut up! I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't go telling me Andrei Vasilevsky's not the best damn goaltender in all the league. Right?
That's right.
I don't use it.
Exactly.
Testify.
Devon.
I brought them back. Get the tables.
Well, here they are. Right here.
Where?
We already got the tables right here.
Oh, yeah, we got the tables.
All we have to do is move all the stuff.
We got tables, ladders, and no, we don't have the ladders.
Oh, we don't have no ladder.
We can do a WWR right here in this bitch. Although it is scripted. You must follow the script. If you do not follow the script, you get reamed. You get reamed if you don't follow the script.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Everybody knows wrestling scripted. Come on. You got WrestleMania coming up. You got a lot of, I've heard so many different things. I don't know what they're going to do for sure. Roman, I don't know. Whatever. We're not going to hit that yet. So, 9 wins out of his last 11 games for Andrei Vasilevsky. And this guy, you remember, he started the season hurt. He missed a lot of games. As Hyder drinks his 9 scoops of
Yeah, I
sugar,
stopped at Dunkin' today.
and he's got his 9 scoops of sugar.
It's more like, feels like 60.
I've never seen anybody drink like that.
I think you've always said that. Like even when you first when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not like in person. And I first got that because I think we stopped at that Dunkin'.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Near the airport, and I got that, and I was like, it's like, well, I got to get my blood, and you're like, what the hell?
What is he, a vampire? 9 scoops.
60.
Man,
It's 60, buddy. I don't know what you're talking
60
about.
scoops.
Jeez.
Unbelievable. So how you gonna compete with Andre Vasilevsky? 17-9-0. How are you gonna compete with that?
Cannot compete with this man.
No, you cannot. It's just absolutely incredible. Nine wins in his last 11 appearances.
Russians are pretty good, buddy.
Huh?
So those Russians are pretty good.
Those Russians are damn good, man. Look at Kucherov. He's the man. 90. He hit 90. We'll talk about that. But we played with Boston. We did what we needed to do, and it's impressive. It's a very impressive win for us. I mean, Boston's 32-11-10, and we're 29-20-5. So all these wins that the kids were doing for us were keeping us in the game. And, we're closing in on catching them. And it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. We have a chance to. All right, I seriously have a problem with this.
Okay.
And I got a serious problem with this.
Uh-oh.
What now?
What kind of jerk-offs?
Uh-oh.
Vasilevsky stopped 36 shots last night as we beat them 3-2 on the Rat's 1,000th game. Okay, I have respect for the Rat that he's been around the league this long, and he's done a lot of stuff, and he could be a Hall of Famer. We could hate the Rat, but gotta respect the guy for what he's done for all those years. So mad respect to the Rat. Rats are ugly. I don't like rats, and I certainly don't like possums either. I saw a possum last night.
It's a lot of games.
I forgot to take in I feed the homeless cats.
Yeah.
And I forgot to take in the cat food in the dishes.
Yeah.
So shit. Normally I do that around 5 or 5:30, right?
Yeah.
7 o'clock, and the damn dishes are out there on the porch,
And you're like, oh.
I walk by my door and I come eye contact with. What's the matter? Did I not say that loud enough?
No, I know, but it's just funny. Like the way that you said it.
Again, before I was interrupted by my co-host, I was walking by the damn door and I made contact with not a rat, a possum. This little beefy nose.
They have his little paws up like this.
It's like a Land Ranger. I like this. I opened the door. I said, "Get the fuck out of my house!" He wasn't in my house, thank God, but he was on my porch. That's my property, bitch. Get off my property. So I yelled at him, and everything looked eye to eye with him. Made him run away. And that wasn't the only craziness of the day. The white cat and the cat that's living and the white cat that's living under my porch. I have this female. She is the what would classify her as the. I mean, I've seen her now in the last 2 days get laid with 3 cats.
Whore.
Okay, I have
whore cat.
I have a whore cat living under my porch. She got mounted by 2 other cats. My God, I'm like, what?
And you start causing a mission.
You got to see her get mounted.
You ought to be getting a cut from that.
Well, they don't pass out rubbers. They don't pass out condoms for cats. So the hickety-dickety dock under my porch, one of these days I'm going to walk out and I'm going to hear a whole bunch of kittens.
Yeah.
I can see it now. And there's whole lot of humping going on in this neighborhood. Incredible amount. It's all from little Miss there. She's getting her groove going on there with 2 different cats. And they're both, I mean, she's a small kitty cat, and she's getting mounted by these big 20, 25-pound cats. So anyway, okay, here's my problem. All right. And Chris had a message to me, and he said, why didn't, I forgot how Chris, is Chris in the chat room? Because he had asked me a question.
No, he's not in the chat room right now.
Okay, well, he had asked me a question. Why didn't they show, the game winner? Why did they win? Yeah, they won, and it was. So I had to send him the ESPN app and tell him it's right here, Chris. What are you looking at where you can't find who scored the game winner and the final score? It was a shootout, and so my thing is, and just go to the ESPN app, download it, and then you can get the scores, you can get the information, everything you need to know about the game. The stars of the game is where I have my problem. First of all, Boston did not win the game. Okay? The Lightning won the game. So your number one star should have been Andre Vasilevsky, right?
You would think.
Right? You know who got it? The Rat. How the hell did the Rat get number one star? Was it because he had his 1,000th point?
I think it's like a lot of ass kissing.
When we're talking about the Rat, are we talking about Crosby?
No, Marchand. Brad Marchand's the Rat.
Oh, okay. I wasn't for sure because I knew there was a couple Rats, but I wasn't sure which one you was talking about.
This is the King Rat. This is the guy that's been in the league so long, and he's got the reputation of a rat, and he's ugly as a rat. He looks like a rat. Have you ever seen a picture of Brad Marchand? He's a rat. He's got the nose of a rat. He's got the dirtiness of a rat. He's a dirty player. People know that he's a dirty player.
Master Splinter.
I mean, Braden Point gets star number 2 from ESPN.
So did Bazzi get 3?
No. Another player on Boston, McAvoy, got 3rd star.
How in the hell does that work?
So Andre Vasilevsky didn't get a star of the game when he was the star of the game. There's no way Tampa wins that game without Andre Vasilevsky being Andre Vasilevsky. There's no way. Andre Vasilevsky was the number 1 star, and they completely screwed him because they're Boston.
Yeah, I guess with the home court, they went with the home people. I don't understand that.
Yeah, Boston was the home team.
You would have thought you'd have thought Vazzy, and then Point, and then another one from the Lightning would have got it.
Yeah, I mean, I it was an away game, so I could see the Lightning getting 2 stars out of the 3, but they gave 2 out of the 3 to the home team, and that's not what was deserved.
I mean, I can understand that, but like you said, Lightning won.
Yeah.
So what did the other guys do?
So now, on the regular season series between these 2 teams, Tampa Bay leads the series 2 out of 3. And there's one more game to play. And then we'll be done with that series. Game 1 was November 20th, and the Lightning won 5-4 in overtime, which we remember. Remember that game when we scored on them in the overtime? Mm-hmm. Game 2, I think me and Hyder both want to just forget about that game because Boston won 7-3.
Yeah,
and that was in January. So now you're 1-1. But then last night we won in the shootout and won 3-2. Thank you, Andre Vasilevsky, and thank you, Braden Point, for the game winner. Again, I mentioned, I mentioned him. Vassy. Oi, oi, oi.
Betsy.
Oi, oi, oi.
Now, we all know who the number one star was.
Everybody knows it was Andre Vasilevsky. I mean, how could you not give him the star? He
You said he had what, 36 shots saved? What did the other goaltender have?
Well, Allmark wasn't as good. 50 on the faceoffs, 50 to 49 in favor of Boston on the faceoffs. Allmark gave up 3 goals. And I don't have that stat at the moment. But, you know, the series is 2 out of 3 for the Lightning with 1 more to go at Amalie on March 27th. So, you know, we got
That'll
that.
be a home game, correct?
That's a home game. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Let's see. We had 25 shots, and then Boston had 38 shots. So they outshot us during the game. But the bottom line is we won the game, and that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah, the big W.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So our next game is going to be just as tough as we are facing Colorado, who is 33-17. They are a very, very good team. And we have problems with them. So we're going to have to bring our A game to this. If you can stop Nathan MacKinnon, then you can beat Colorado. Nathan MacKinnon is kind of like Nikita Kucherov. You know, when everybody's fearing the most player, it's Nikita Kucherov that they're fearing the most. But the thing is that we got so many guys that can get in front of that net and score goals like Stamkos, Cooch, Braden Point. These guys put the puck in the nets. And that's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. But I think, you know, if we play the way we played last night, I think we can beat them. I really do. But the Avalanche on 11/27, they won 4-1 against us. So this is game 2 of the series, and that's all we played Colorado. It's just 2 games. So we need to take care of business. We need to figure out how to beat that Colorado and get it out of our system.
Yeah.
Figure out how to beat that. Okay. So here's our last 5 games. On 2-5, we lost 2-1 in overtime against the New York Rangers. That really hurt. I mean, that was a game that we could have won. We just didn't have it, man. I mean, we were just coming off 10 games off, and we were rusty. And we still, 2-1 in overtime, despite, not playing for over 10 games or 10 days after the break, coming back from the break and having to beat them in their own house at MSG. Rangers are tough to beat at MSG, okay? So, New Jersey, we lost 5-3 on 2-6 on the back-to-back. Wait a second here. Yeah, then we lost to Carolina 5-2 in Carolina. So all 3 of those road losses really, really hurt. And then we had Florida. And we lost to Florida. Now, this can't be right. This can't be right. Why is this thing? No, this is wrong. Anyway, forget about that. That is wrong. I was reading off the wrong thing. All right, so Boston has played 53 games. They're 32-11-10 with 74 points. Florida is 52-33-15 and 4, 70 points. So there's a 4-point gap there between first and second place. The Lightning are in third place, 54 games played, which is more than anybody in that division. We are 54 games in, 29 wins, 20 losses. So we're 9 games over and 5 overtime losses for a total of 63 points. So 63 points. Toronto is behind us. They have played 3 less games than us, and they have 51 points, and they've played 3 less games, so they could catch us because we have 54 points and we played 54 games. So Toronto is 27-16 and 8 with 62 points. They are only 1 point behind us. Detroit is 52 games, 27-19 and 6 with 60 points. They are 2 points away from catching Toronto. And Montreal, Buffalo, and Ottawa all have 52, 50, and 46 points. They are a long way. I don't think Montreal is making the playoffs. I think it's Detroit, Toronto, Tampa, Florida, and Boston. And it's going to be tough. You got to get that third spot. So right now we're sitting in it. We're sitting in the wild card spot right now as we speak. So
that's tough.
Yeah.
Gonna be tough. But if anybody can do it, they can.
So again, just a reminder, on Thursday night, we got the Avalanche at 7 o'clock at home. On the 17th, which is Saturday night, we have the Florida Panthers, and that game is 5 o'clock, folks. 5 o'clock on Saturday. And then we are on Monday, on the 19th, we're playing Ottawa Senators at home. And then we go on the road, and we play Thursday night, Washington Capitals at 7 o'clock. No, that's still home. So we have Colorado, Florida, Ottawa, and Washington. On the 22nd, on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, we have Washington. Then we have a night off, and then we hit the road in Long Island, where we got our asses chewed out. Last time we played the Islanders, we got destroyed on the 8th of Thursday, the 8th of the month, where we did the back-to-back with the Rangers and the Islanders. Both teams, both New York teams won. We could have won that 2-1 Ranger game. We were never in that Islander game on the following night on the 8th. So we got to get some revenge on Saturday night next weekend against the Islanders. And then we got the Devils in a 1 o'clock game on Sunday, the 25th. I don't like that because we don't do good in day games. Tuesday night on the 27th, we got Philadelphia in Philly at 7 o'clock. And then to wrap up, we come back home on the 29th, and we play Buffalo at 7 o'clock. So that's the games coming up on the schedule. And let's see. I think we're at the halfway point.
Yeah, we pretty much are.
Okay.
I already got them out. I was just waiting on you.
Yeah. I just wanted to get that done. So this way, we got.
Oh, no. I was just waiting.
Okay. So I'm going to hand it over to Hyder. He's going to do the.
Well, did you say who we play on the 29th? We played the Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already said that. Okay. And that's a 7 o'clock game at home as we return home on the 29th. So here's Hydro with the sponsor list. I'm going to go grab another water. And we're going to, part 2 of the show is going to be fun because we're going to change it up a little bit and talk about whatever we feel like talking about.
Yeah.
Which ain't going to be,
not.
Depending on your view. If you're I'll make a recommendation. If you're a Kansas City fan, you might want to just go ahead and
log off right now.
Log off.
Because we're going to talk bad about them.
And that's the bottom line.
So, sponsor list. Our Place Dunedin in Clearwater. Brenda's on the Causeway, Dunedin.
I just called them today.
Which one?
Brenda's on the Causeway.
Really?
Yeah, I spoke to Brenda. I said, Brenda, I miss you. I miss all those beautiful breakfasts that I can't get anymore. Man, it's tough when, you go to one place for 30 years and have breakfast. It's rough to say goodbye to that.
Yeah.
Because, I could taste how it tasted good. And I got to settle for what they have out here, which is,
You go to McDonald's.
I do. But I get my sausage egg McMuffin and my drink.
There's nothing wrong with the sausage egg McMuffin.
Sausage egg McMuffins are good, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I have my sausage egg McMuffin and my frozen drink, and I love it. And I have over 100,000 McDonald's points. So when I do become broke, I use up my points when I get broke.
Ozona Pig Palm Harbor, Eddie's Dunedin, Hurricane Eddie's Dunedin, Snappers Comedy Club Palm Harbor, Country Boy Dunedin,
Hyder's favorite.
Massage and Skincare Solutions Clearwater.
He was only a half hour away from it.
I know. Mason Dixon Christmas Wish Q105 radio station and 104.7 FM St. Pete. Santoro Pizzeria Tampa.
Santoro's, the best pizza in Florida.
Forget about it.
Forget
Food truck.
about it. I had that shirt on the other day.
Spring Hill.
Everybody loves that shirt.
Gulf Coast Nutrition Palm Harbor. Cafe Connection Spring Hill. Gators Dockside Spring Hill. Mad Greek Bristol. J&K Crafts Bristol. Bluntville.
Oh, yeah, I was there today.
Yep. Took yourself out for Valentine's Day.
I took myself out.
Should have took Molly and
Yeah.
I don't think that would have worked.
I don't think that would have worked.
Should have had a carrier or something.
Yeah, they got treats for Valentine's Day. Molly and Oreo.
Bristol Honda.
Yep.
And the video is sponsored by What You Pay For.
It's sponsored by
What You Pay For.
which I pay for every month.
StreamYard.com.
StreamYard.com. They take my money, but they get my handsome face every week.
On the screen.
On the screen, I mentioned to them, here's a young guy saying, hey, StreamYard, we
Take
love
my
you.
money.
Take my money. Take my money. Take my money. But you know what? It's gotten me popular. 9 years in the business. So I ain't bitching about it. Oh, what do we have here?
I think that was from Jody, I believe.
The Battle of the Coaches. Coop versus Torts. I think Coop has got an advantage, to be honest with you, because of the tenure. Coop has done some amazing things. And, I'm kind of partial because, over these years, I remember when Coop first started. And, the reaction of Cooper taking over the Lightning was not a very popular one by the fans. Okay. Cooper's done an amazing job. And he's rising up that list. And what, a lot of those coaches, they needed a lot more time to be where Cooper is now. And Cooper is just ascending higher and higher. He's got back-to-back championships. And if it wasn't for the politics and the all this crap of salary caps, everything like that, which I am against. I hate salary caps. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the salary cap, we would have done easily a third time.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But I love Torts too. But I give Cooper the edge right now. That's how I feel about it. And one thing I forgot to mention is on March 8th. Does anybody know what is on March 8th? No response. No chat. Nobody in the chat said anything.
Well, someone said
March 8th.
Well, I think Jody said I was trying to show it.
Oh yes, she said yes, definitely cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give it away. I'm gonna let you know that March 8th is the trade deadline. And there's been some rumblings and stuff like that, but we don't want to speculate right now. Let's get closer to the deadline before we start talking about that. Let's get closer to it. I think I'm done with my lightning stuff. The only thing left to say is they're in third place. They're 29, 20, and 5. Their last 10 is 7-3-0. Their home record is 17, 5, and 3. And their away record is 12, 15, and 2. So we need to improve the away.
It's getting a little bit better.
It's getting better. It's rising.
Yeah.
I mean, 12, 15, and 2. It's definitely improving.
It's starting to get like a little. It's starting to get at the 500 mark.
Points, we have 63. Goals, we have 185 goals. Goals against, we have 177. Record 29, 20, and 5. Home 17, 5, and 3. And road is 12, 15, and 2. Just to repeat it. So you can see the improvement. You can definitely see the improvement.
Yeah.
And I also got Andre Vasilevsky's career right now record is 281 wins, 134 losses. He's closing in on 300. And he's young. So you can imagine. And this guy, JBB going to trade before end of February. Yes. I think he's going to do something. I'm starting to see a couple of guys get benched regularly. DeHaan's been sitting lately. We definitely need a top 10 defenseman. We need somebody good. We need somebody with playoff experience. So, but again, 281 wins, 134 losses to a guy that hurt his back, started out the season late, and right now he's second. He's got the second best record in goalies, and he played less. I mean, this guy sat out the start of the season. Johansson was raking in the wins for us. He was doing really good, and then now poor guy's been sitting. But he is a backup, so yeah, he's gonna sit. But I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna hand it over to Hyder to start whatever Hyder wants to talk about. I know we want to talk about. The storyline, the fraudulent, rigged Super Bowl. So he could start us out with that with Big C. Why I depart for a minute or two.
So Corey, what'd you think about it?
Oh God, man! There was so much that happened.
Yeah, I mean,
if the 49ers hadn't had that extra point blocked, we wouldn't even be talking about Shanahan firing a defensive coordinator. He was the fall guy.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, towards the end of the game, the Niners had 3 possessions, no yards, no points, couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But the defensive coordinator is the fall guy. Come on, man. I mean, I got to give it to Mahomes. This was his least production year out of his receivers and everything. He didn't have Hill, no big name receivers besides Travis Kelce. I mean, from a production standpoint, he still found a way to get it done.
Yeah.
And I don't care for him, but You got to give it to him, I guess.
I guess. I mean, he's already up there with, with most Super Bowl wins by a quarterback. I mean, he's already
he's up there with Montana with 3, and
no, it's Brady, Montana, Bradshaw, Mahomes, and Aikman.
oh, I was just going by the picture that they had. It had Brady, Montana, and Mahomes in a king chair.
Oh yeah, I seen that. But, I got up a thing on here, and it.
Yeah, but when I was sitting here watching it with a buddy, and when McCaffrey fumbled there at the beginning of the game, we both looked at each other, and I said, "I hope that's not a sign of things that's going to come."
Yeah.
I mean,
and then whenever I don't know if you've seen it or not on my profile, I put up a thing on that said about the top 10 for the 2024 season.
I think I've seen it.
Well, you want to go over it real fast? I think we got enough time to go over it.
Top 10. I'm trying to think of the
Top
picture.
10 for this season coming up.
Oh yeah.
Well, number one is Kansas City.
Yeah.
So I mean that's understandable. That's fine.
Ravens.
Number 2 is the 49ers. I mean they came in second place. So I mean.
Oh, I seen the rookie of the year thing. And stuff like that. I didn't see this one.
No, this was this was a day ago. Whenever I posted it.
I don't think I've had a chance to see it. I don't think.
So I put number 1 is Kansas City. Number 2, this is for the next season, like
top 10 teams.
Top 10 teams, like leading into 2024 season. So Kansas City number 1, 49ers number 2, which is fine because I mean they were the top 2 and number 1. Lions number 3. I agree with that. That's fine.
No, yeah, I think they could be higher.
I mean, I agree with where they're at right there. I mean, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't agree with this. Number 4 is the Green Bay.
I feel like they could take off this coming up year. The way they ended the season with that win against the Cowboys, Jordan Love's got a season under him.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I say that is because number 5 is the Ravens.
Okay, I think you could flip flop them. You probably should have flip flopped them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can flip flop them. Number 6 is the Bills.
Okay.
Number 7 is the Eagles.
Josh Allen.
Okay, you might want to put them a little lower.
Number 8 is the Cowboys.
But definitely lower.
You might want to. You'll be laughing at this one. Number 9 is the Browns.
I don't know. You might have could have put them higher than the Eagles and the Cowboys. To be honest,
but it's like, and number 10 is the Rams.
Deshaun Watson comes back healthy next year. Look out for the Browns. The Browns are actually pretty good. I mean,
I mean,
they didn't get past the first round, the playoffs or whatever, but still.
I mean, I'm just wondering where the Texans are in this. I don't even know where they are.
Yeah,
in this top 10.
They had a hell of a year.
They had a pretty good year. I mean,
take knock the Eagles and the Cowboys lower. Because they fell apart towards the end of the year there. You could add the Texans in there definitely.
Well, I would put the Cowboys above the Eagles. Honestly,
I don't. There's been no back-to-back winners in our division. I don't think those two are going to be irrelevant. I think it. I think it could possibly be Washington and the Giants.
yeah.
If
But
we get a quarterback.
the way the Eagles fell apart, I don't know if I'd have them in the top 10, to be honest.
No, they fell apart big time. The Giants just
I mean, that's a good list. Don't get me wrong. There's
I just don't understand about the Eagles being in there.
they
too much expectations, and you know,
they were fair catching kickoffs in games and everything. They were playing a field position game. They were meant to. I felt like the Sarani was game managing, like he knew they couldn't win.
Yeah.
well, a lot can happen between now and the start of the NFL season again.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't.
Like I said, it's a good list. Don't get me wrong. You know, but football, it's just one of them things, man.
I know that we were like during the game.
You don't know who's going to be good. Like the Texans, they come out of nowhere with CJ.
Yeah, they did. They came out. Of nowhere.
New Orleans almost made the playoffs. I mean, any of the teams that didn't make the playoffs could be in that top 10 next year. I mean, it just depends. I mean,
yeah,
because the Saints finished strong. Baker took the Bucks to the playoffs. I mean, Baker's probably going to get paid for what he did down in Tampa somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't know what can happen.
I gotta say something right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna agree with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Tampa Bay plays in the worst division in football. All of them guys were under 500 except for Tampa.
I get it.
And the last 2 out of 3 games was against Carolina. What do you expect? They were given that.
Yeah, I was just saying the way New Orleans finished, they could be in the playoff picture next year. You just don't know what's going to happen. There's always that one division, like you said, that's under 500. There for a while, it was out west.
That whole division sucked.
Then Washington made it 1 year under 500, and now it's down in the south.
Well, the only time that the Saints were really good was whenever Breeze was playing.
Yeah, Drew Brees. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
they've been down. They've been down since.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that division, top to bottom.
I mean, it was
Sean Payton got out. He knew and got out.
Mm-hmm.
When Breeze left, he got out.
That's all the Bucks fans are saying. They're like, we've made it 4 years in a row. You haven't done shit in 4 years in the weakest division in football. They just gave the Bucks that division.
I mean, they've barely been 500.
Yeah, that's my point. They haven't. They
had the one good year. Last year, it was really.
But I mean, by what Baker done, he may not end up with the Bucks, but they're saying he's going to get paid for what he done for the Bucks. That's all I was really saying.
They're going to pay. They're going to overpay.
They're going to pay for him, and they're going to pay for Mike Evans too.
And they're going to overpay.
Somebody says if the Bucks keep Mike Evans, Baker wants to return.
Yeah, he wants.
But you don't know what it's going to happen. I mean,
you don't know. But all I'm saying is, the Bucks fans are bragging that they've made the playoffs. It doesn't matter that you make the playoffs if you don't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like the Cowboys, they always talk about how they make the playoffs, but hell, they hadn't even. The Lions have been to an NFC Championship game this decade, and the Cowboys ain't.
What is the point of bragging? I have friends that are Bucks fans, and they are just over the top with this. Oh, we've done it 4 years in a row. Champions, champions. Who'd you beat?
It's
Who'd you beat? How's your division?
yeah, like we made the playoffs a few times, but it's Super Bowl or bust.
That's it. It doesn't matter that you make the playoffs for 4 years in a row.
It's Super Bowl or bust in the NFL, pretty
What
much.
did you do when you became and you got into the playoffs? What did you do? Gone. First round.
Yeah, I mean, like the year we made the playoffs and we played Brady and the Bucks tough. We didn't win, but everybody was bragging about how good we played. But yeah, we lost. So what? It still hurts. Yeah, we might have played good, but we didn't go nowhere. We went back home.
Yeah.
So with Brady, you won it, and then the next season was like big expectations. We're going to do it again. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Yep.
Gronk said, bye, Tom. I'm retiring. So
it's like I got my ring. That's all I needed.
but you know what? It's just if your team is consistent and you get to the you win your division, so what? Okay, it doesn't mean
you can
anything.
win the division.
Yeah. Look at John Harbaugh with the Ravens. He's been to the playoffs. He's had one Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I mean, come on, it's Super Bowl or bust for Harbaugh too. I mean, Harbaugh could be on the hot seat. It's one of them things. You don't know what's going to happen in the NFL.
Yeah,
that's it. You don't win it, unless you're a cheat like Belichick.
That's why I say the top 10 list is a good list, but you don't know what's going to happen.
We'll see, because a lot of teams, going to.
But the Ravens are consistent.
But they're not getting to where they need to get to, though.
Yeah, like there's a hump you got to get over, and
yeah,
you be able to do it.
It's hard. Just ask the Cowboys. No, they've had a hard time winning playoff games. They got destroyed by Green Bay.
They've been kind of bad, like the Cowboys. Like they've been it's been bad, like them getting past January.
Yep.
So it's like they can't even get past January. So
yeah.
Well, everybody talks about Philly being the most dangerous city. This thing that happened in Kansas City on Saturday. Actually on Wednesday
today
at the Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Shots fired. One person dead, 10 to 15 people hurt. I mean, is that really acceptable?
No, it's not.
You're celebrating in your own city. You're celebrating in your own city. And just like in Philadelphia, they damage stuff. They ruin their city by
eat horse poop. The year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's terrible. And
I mean, they're going to outlaw these parades if people won't stop it.
Yeah.
There'll be no more Super Bowl parades.
You should be able to celebrate and you can have fun and everything, but you have to, stop with the violence.
Yeah, exactly.
There was fighting going on. Fist fights. And it's just, somebody brings a gun and shoots somebody. I mean, come on, man. That's something you would expect in Philly. Okay. But the fact that it happened in Kansas City, well, the mayor's not too happy in Kansas City right now. And the Philadelphia mayor can relate because of all the violence and everything in Philly. So, the city of brotherly love, my butt. It's nothing but craziness there. And it always comes down to their fans being just idiots and morons, tearing down their own city. No control whatsoever. Probably on drugs, probably drinking too much. Grow up. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, what happened today, per NHL Player Safety Board, Boston's Linus Ullmark, their goaltender, was fined $5,000, the maximum allowable under the CBA for high-sticking Tampa Bay's Michael Easimont in the back of the head. He hit him in the head with the stick.
Yeah.
Replay, just this guy literally took his big hockey stick, a goalie stick, and hit him across the head. And that's all they get is $5,000, a slap on the wrist.
Like pretty much a slap on the wrist.
You know how much this goaltender's making? He's like the second best goaltender behind Vassie, and he's making a ton of money. And they said that's the maximum allowable under the CBA for high-sticking Tampa Bay's Michael Easimont. $5,000. The goalie's like, well, I hit him good, so that was worth $5,000 that I hit him in the head.
Well, that's something they'll have to bring up in the next CBA deal. They'll have to. It's like the NFL. They raise the funds and stuff, and once it comes down to that. But yeah, I agree. 5,000. That's like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
So basically, he gets away with giving a hit to the head. It could have really hurt him. I mean, it's terrible what went on there. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
At least the NHL stepped in.
Yeah, well, it's about time. I know Hyder probably knows this already, but we have a death in wrestling. I remember this guy. I remember him wrestling. It goes back to the 80s. He was in the Billy Jack Haynes, arrested for murdering his wife.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Why would you do that?
I seen something today, and of course, me and Faith were talking about it and everything, and y'all watch wrestling and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna get your opinion about it because, like, I'm probably gonna bring it up on my show and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't, but do you think that Chris Benoit could hang and Kurt Angle could hang with the wrestlers today? Of today, I think he could.
I think Chris Benoit could hang with anybody.
Yeah,
he was that good.
I think him. There's three wrestlers that back then that could hang today, and that's Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, and Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, Eddie was
Eddie Guerrero could call it in the ring. Chris Benoit could call it in the ring.
Yeah, and Kurt Angle wrestled a long time, and he was successful, especially that Milkman thing he did with Stone Cold.
I would have liked to have seen him against Kenny Omega.
I remember shooting that milk.
A prime Kenny Omega against a prime Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm. Milk does a body good. He comes out with the milk truck and he splashes them guys with the milk to make fun of Austin with the beer truck. What Austin did.
Yeah.
Kurt got milk, comes out with the milk truck. That was funny as heck. Good memories about, those are Eddie Guerrero's. Love him or hate him, he was so talented and so missed today. And nothing for nothing, even though nobody likes Dominic, he's done fairly well.
Dominic, yeah.
He's done fairly well. He's getting accolades, from his peers. So, when you get those accolades, when major superstars say Dominic's really wow, he's done very well. And this is coming from Hall of Famers too.
Yeah.
So Undertaker made some remarks too about Braun Breaker. Again, he repeated that Braun Breaker's is breakout.
I heard that they're going to change his name whenever he comes up to the main roster. They're supposed to be changing his name.
Well,
Guess what it's going to be?
I don't know.
Braun Steiner.
Oh no.
That's what I heard. That's literally what I heard. Braun Steiner.
I don't know.
That kind of that.
I don't know about that.
Braun Steiner.
I just don't know about that.
I mean,
Why would you bring up a guy that's in your minor leagues, which is NXT, and bring him up to the major leagues and change his name? But then again,
well, I mean,
wrestlers have changed
they've
names.
done that though.
They have done that.
I
I
mean,
don't like
it's-
it though. I mean, sometimes it fits.
That might be all his. That might be his idea too. You never know. Might be like, well,
It could be, but him and his partner there, they've put in a lot of time, and they pretty much deserved. I mean, my D'Angelo guy, those guys held the title
your
for
brother.
quite a while.
If he seemed like your little brother or something like that.
That's Guido. That's Guido. That's the mafioso right there. And he shares my name, so I'm older than him. So guess what? I get claimed first. He spells it exactly like mine, which is really cool. So we got the final thoughts here before we leave.
We went over an hour.
Yeah, we're over an hour
I
now.
can't believe that.
So, Big C, do you have a final thought other than the fact that the Super Bowl was corrupt and rigged? Yeah.
I think he's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it.
He said Lightning was in the wild card.
Yes, they are.
If anybody can do it, it's them. It's going to be tough.
Well, Lightning's third now.
But these kids are playing good.
So
yeah, I mean they got some. They're right in the mix. The only problem is that there's two teams under them that are only 1 and 2 points out.
yeah.
Yeah. But if anybody can do it, it's them.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Hyder.
My final thought is that I want to say Happy Valentine's Day to my wife again. If she is listening, she probably ain't. She probably ain't watching this.
Support your husband.
Hyder, put yourself in a doghouse.
I just put myself there. That means I'm going to my room. I'm going to sleep on my bed, not hers. She can sleep on the futon. I pay for the bed. I sleep on the good bed.
There you go.
With my video games. So, and my cat and my cats.
We saw the game together, so we were very frustrated. We were.
Jesus
we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. We braced ourselves for that final moment. Our Brady Jr. is going to do the miracle ending again, and that's exactly what happened. I said it after Kansas City, after San Francisco had that final drive, and they were driving and they were on the 5-yard line. I was like, "Watch, they're not going to do it," and they didn't.
The bad part about it is the Ravens gave them the fucking game plan, and they
tossed it out.
What happened?
Bad. It's just bad, man. You can't even watch a good Super Bowl, and I mean, it's so obvious it was scripted, so obvious that it was rigged,
and it was pretty boring. I mean, there wasn't many points scored, so to me, it was kind of boring. I like shootouts, man. Come on, give me a shootout.
Yeah. It had the Brady miracle finish ending, and there's a lot of people that are not happy.
Now, the way I felt about it, it's like they were everybody was kissing Mahomes' ass after that, and they were like, "Oh, he's just like Brady. Like, he's got that calmness." I'm like,
calmness?
I was like, "Oh, yeah, just go ahead and kiss his ass."
Calmness.
Shit. I was like talking bad about him all year round, and I was like, then start kissing his ass. That's all y'all do. Be real about it.
Pat Mahomes' popularity, except for Kansas City, his popularity is lower than Brady's was, because only one state loved him.
Guarantee you that if you asked him who the best is, he'll be like, "I think I'm the best."
Actually, they did an interview with him, and he said Brady was the best.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised about that.
I hated it. I hated hearing
I
that.
don't know.
I don't
I'm
need to hear
surprised.
that.
I'm surprised that he said that.
I don't.
Well,
He respects. He respects.
well,
me.
I guess he would say that like the past is the best or whatever, and whatever.
But as of now, I'm the best because we're going on this streak, and we're going to repeat next. Cocky, arrogant. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So Mahomes is on that.
The color scheme of the logo for the next thing is going to be either.
I don't know about that shit.
I know, but the color scheme for the next one is supposed to be is the red and green, and it's going to be.
Oh, look what we got here!
Come on.
Let me see before we sign
Come on.
off if we can get
Come on,
Oreo
get up there
to make his debut on the show. Yes,
God, you're fat.
we got a day. He said, "God, you're fat." Look who's here! It's Oreo making the debut.
And purring.
And purring. And Motor's purring. Oh, look at that. Like you never get petted. You get
Like
first
never.
class service from me.
Well, some people are saying that it'll be. Some people are. I've seen somebody make believe that it's supposed to be the Chiefs against Green Bay
Next year?
Yeah, I was like, I hope not. But
I don't know about that. I can hear that motor all the way from over here.
Yeah.
She said she's fat. I noticed the difference, man. That belly's coming out, and I don't feed her any extra. So, all right, you happy? You got your fame. Get away from the blood water. The cat will get sick off that. 65 scoops of sugar in it. But we're going to sign off now. So,
I need to get through.
Yeah.
Fatty.
Get Fatty down. Oreo Fatty.
Here, go over there,
She's going to be a rap artist.
Go over there to Daddy.
Hey, Oreo Fatty. Daddy's calling you Oreo Fatty. But we're going to sign off now. So I wanted to thank everybody for watching. And thanks for your loyalty to the show. Have a great week. See you next Wednesday night. Somewhere. You never know.
Maybe I'm wrestling MMA.
Maybe I'm wrestling MMA. Yeah. We'll see you. Take care, guys.
See y'all.
Go Lightning.
Signing off.
Signing off.
Always want to say that.